News at 10 starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Cash Matlock. The Mississippi Department of Health reports 193 new cases of COVID-19 with 6 new deaths. 38 of these new cases were among residents and long-term care facilities. The number of Mississippians currently hospitalized with confirmed COVID-19 infection has fallen to 397. Mississippi's total COVID-19 cases since March 11th now stands at more than 5,900 with 227 total deaths. The Mississippi Coronavirus Hotline is the best way to get your questions about COVID-19 answered. You can call anytime at 877-978-6453. Well, the U.S. has more than 950,000 confirmed cases of the coronavirus and over 54,000 reported deaths. While the spread of the virus is slowing in certain major areas, new questions arise about how to maintain social distancing as the economy gradually reopens. CBS News correspondent Nicole Killian has the latest from the White House.
Dr. Deborah BIRX, the White House coronavirus response coordinator, says social distancing will continue for months to come.
Social distancing will be with us through the summer to really ensure that we protect one another as we move through these phases.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said Sunday his state will likely begin to reopen the economy in certain areas after May 15th with precautions.
All that progress we made by flattening that curve, we could lose that in a matter of days if we're not careful.
Michigan's governor defended her state's stay-at-home restrictions, recently the focus of protests.
We have flattened that curve because people are doing the right thing and people recognize the value of the order that I've issued.
Some people who are venturing out, like Alicia Moore in Sacramento, California, say maintaining a safe distance isn't always easy.
We're all kind of just giving each other the eye, like, back up, you're a little too close.
Expedia and IAC chairman Barry Diller questions the practicality of social distancing in public places, such as airliners.
The idea that you can take the middle seat out of an airplane and have any kind of, quote, social distancing is absurd.
With more than 26 million jobless claims, a senior White House economic advisor says the unemployment rate could approach levels comparable to the Great Depression.
We're going to need really big, thoughtful policies to put together to make it so that people are optimistic again and they start the economy again.
Ford Motor Company confirmed it plans to recall a skeleton crew of workers on Monday to prepare factories for reopening, even as UAW members expressed concern during the pandemic. Nicole Killian, CBS News, the White House.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis said that the state most likely peaked in its number of coronavirus cases and hospitalizations in early April. He says Florida's economy will reopen in phases.
Well, folks, looking ahead to the next week weather-wise, tomorrow another really nice day. Plenty of blue sky and sunshine getting up to the mid-70s. Our next best chance for rain is going to come in Tuesday night, overnight into Wednesday, possibly some storms there, but the rest of the week looking very nice. Plenty of sunshine, but we are going to start to warm up closer to the mid and upper 80s by next weekend. Overnight tonight, fairly chilly down into the mid 40s under a mostly clear sky. And tomorrow, we're going to check in on some of our local communities. 75 for the high in New Hope, 75 in Vaden as well. Up to the north, lots of blue sky there as well. 74 in Shannon and 73 in Holka. Off to the west, or off to the east in West Alabama, 74 in Kingville and 73 in Detroit. Dry tomorrow, lots of sunshine, but as I mentioned, rain is on the way. I'll tell you what we're expecting coming up in just a little bit, Cash.
Great, thank you, Trevor. Well, in case you missed it, Senator Roger Wicker showed his support for those fighting coronavirus. Earlier this month, Mississippi's Lieutenant Governor Delbert Hosemann asked churches to ring their bells for 1 minute at 6 p.m. every day through the end of the statewide shelter in place on April 20th. However, Blue Springs Mayor Rita Gentry and the Blue Springs Baptist Church plan to ring the church's bell indefinitely. Senator Wicker took a turn ringing the bell Friday evening.
It is a valuable exercise in saying how much we appreciate the first responders, the law enforcement people that are not able to be here right now because they're on the front lines, helping sick people and helping make sure our society continues until we can get this economy up and running again.
The Blue Springs Mayor Rita Gentry says she plans to have a small group gathering each evening and ring the bell until the worst of the pandemic is behind the state. Cleaning products and disinfectants are in high demand as people look for ways to help stop the spread of COVID-19. This weekend, a local cleaning company distributed free bottles of product that not only kills the virus, but is also eco-friendly. Our Savannah Gato has more from the company's owner on the product and ways that you can properly clean.
We are giving away disinfectant that has been tested and approved by the EPA against the virus.
Rhonda Jones owns a Greener Clean LLC. She has been giving out free commercial-grade disinfectant that is strong enough to kill the coronavirus. The cleaning company was founded in 2017, but Jones has been in the cleaning industry for over 15 years.
It all started with, I was in the store trying to buy gallons of water for a job that we had, and I had to go to 4 different stores to be able to buy water, and while I'm there I see all the empty shelves and I thought, what are people doing? So I belong to Best City BNI, and when I got back I put out to my church in Best City BNI that, hey, if anybody needs disinfectant, come over to my house and get it.
The disinfectant contains no artificial or synthetic colors and fragrances and is completely eco-friendly.
This is an ammonium quat because that's what the CDC recommends for disinfecting for the virus. We use those. I get a commercial product through Janitorial Supply Company, and then we have diluted it to the recommended guidelines. So it is, when people come and get it, it's ready to go and they don't have to worry about how much to dilute.
Jones says properly cleaning surfaces involves a simple 3-step process. The first step is to clean your surface.
If you just use an all-purpose cleaner to clean with, that gets rid of about 97% of your germs.
The second step is to disinfect and give it time to dwell.
By doing that, it kills the germs, and by 99.999%, so that increases everything being more sanitary for you.
And the third step is to use a new disinfecting wipe after using it on 3 different surfaces.
Using the same Clorox wipe for more than 3 doorknobs, then you are actually causing more of a problem than solving it.
Well, you can visit WCBI.com for more information about the cleaning products and how to get some for yourself. Families around the country are being told to take shelter at home to stay safe from the spread of the coronavirus. But for many who endure abuse, home is not a safe place. Our DeAndrea Turner talks to an advocate about how the pandemic is exposing the pain of domestic violence victims.
It's terrifying to know what these survivors and these victims are going through in their house when the abuser never leaves, or if, like you said, they can't even get out and go to work.
According to a report from the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, every minute 20 people are victims of intimate partner violence. Mary Margaret Chaff sees it firsthand.
We have had a lot of calls coming into our crisis phone.
Chaff says the recommendation to stay home makes it more difficult for victims to get away from their abusers. Though the Family Crisis Center of Northwest Mississippi has seen a spike in calls, records from the Oxford Police Department do not reflect an increase of domestic violence complaints.
I believe that they are calling us as just a lifeline, you know, and they're not calling law enforcement yet, or maybe they don't believe that it has gotten to the point where they need to, you know, have law enforcement step in.
But she stresses that victims need to reach out before for help.
What we do is we urge them to contact law enforcement before an emergency situation happens, to just let law enforcement know what's going on in the house, that there could possibly be a wellness check.
Chaff also encourages victims to have a safety plan.
They may not be able to use their phone, so if their neighbors are aware, if they have people that they can trust and rely on, just to let them know if their child runs across the street and comes to them, this is what could happen. You know, just to have these steps in line to make sure that everything is could be accounted for.
Well, the Family Crisis Center has multiple resources available to help those in need, including a 24-hour hotline. That number is 662-234-9929. When we come back, Trevor has the answer to some of your severe weather-related questions. A brand new WeatherWise is next. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. If you've lived in this area for any length of time, you're no stranger to severe weather and tornadoes. In this week's WeatherWise, meteorologist Trevor Burchett takes an in-depth look at how tornadoes form and why not every storm produces one.
All throughout the year, we experience dozens and dozens of thunderstorms, but if we're lucky, we only experience a handful of tornadoes each year. So what has to come together to produce a tornado? Well, in addition to having the right combination of moisture and energy in the air, there also has to be a certain set of ingredients in place on a localized level. One of those is wind shear, the changing of the direction of winds with height. For example, winds may be easterly at the surface, but westerly a few thousand feet up. This helps to add a little bit of spinning in the air, but it's in a horizontal direction. In order for a tornado to form, rapid rising motion in the storm has to tilt that column vertically. And when that happens, a tornado forms. Now, while most tornadoes are on the weaker side, either EF0 or EF1, the strongest EF5 tornadoes can have wind speeds of well over 200 miles an hour. In Mississippi and Alabama, tornadoes are more common in the spring and the fall, especially in April and November, which are our peaks for tornado season. But tornadoes can form at any time of the year, so it's always good to be prepared. Now, if you have a weather question that you want answered, send them in to us via email or social media, Facebook and Twitter, and you may see them right here next week. For now, I'm meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
WeatherWise is brought to you by Ford County Electric Power Association. Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
As promised, a picture-perfect day weather-wise all across the area, especially down in Louisville. Check out the time-lapse from the Alpha Insurance Camera Network. Just a few high clouds out there, nothing to obstruct the bright sunshine, and that helped us to warm up to the 70s this afternoon. Right now, though, in Louisville, the sun has set, leaving us dark with a few clouds still hanging around out there. Temperatures for the most part down into the low and mid 50s. We're 50 on the nose in Starkville and Oxford, 52 at the Air Force Base, still 57 in West Point, but everybody in general on their way down into the low and mid 40s overnight tonight under a mostly clear sky. But we will see some clouds start to filter in here as we get closer to sunrise tomorrow. Those winds remaining calm and generally light through the day tomorrow as well, only for about 3 to 7 miles an hour. Nothing like what we saw through the day today with those gusts upwards of 30 miles an hour. Bright blue sunshine for most of the day. As I mentioned, a few more clouds than what we saw today, but we are going to see some more clouds filter in by tomorrow evening. I think by sunset, we'll be seeing more and more in the way of cloud cover. Temperatures getting up to the mid 70s by tomorrow afternoon. Across the area, generally the same story. 74 for the high in Tupelo, 72 in Hamilton, Alabama, 74 in Eupora, and 73 in Ackerman. Generally, everybody going to stay with that mix of sun and clouds through the day tomorrow. Now, tomorrow for the most part dry and Tuesday for the most part dry, but we're going to keep an eye on our next storm system that's going to come in here through the day on Tuesday. So as I mentioned, most of Tuesday dry. By the time you're going out to lunch or maybe leaving work, you are going to notice a lot of sunshine on Tuesday, at least a few peaks of sunshine through the day. But as we get past sunset, take a look up to the north near Memphis and the Tennessee and Arkansas state lines. You'll notice that line of storms rolling through, and this is midnight Wednesday morning. So anytime from midnight Wednesday through about 4 or 5 in the morning on Wednesday, this line is going to come through. Could pack some gusty winds, heavy rain, and lightning at times. Fortunately, though, we're not expecting anything too severe, and it's going to be out of here by the time most of us wake up on Wednesday. Now, again, most of us not going to see anything severe with this. That's because all of the ingredients we need for severe weather, the energy for the storms, it's all out to our west in the plain states. Look at those colors out there and take a look at what happens as we play this through. Really none of that making it over here, just a few little tidbits of energy. So yes, certainly possible that we see some gusty winds, maybe a little bit of thunder and lightning. That's really all we're expecting, nothing like what we've seen in the past few severe weather events in the last couple of weeks. Temperatures, though, going to continue to be on the rise. I think by the end of the week, we're into the upper 70s. Average for this time of year, 77 degrees. And by the weekend, we're going to completely overshoot that. We're going to be into the mid, possibly upper 80s by Sunday. Wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of us make our first shot at 90 degrees come this upcoming Sunday. Not quite there for tomorrow, though. Only 75 for the high here in Columbus. Most of Tuesday, dry clouds build in here, though. We'll be tracking that round of overnight showers and storms Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning. Most of Wednesday dry as well, aside from some morning showers. Can't get my words out here, folks. After that, easier said than done. Lots of sunshine, highs back close to 80. We're back with more after this. Stay with us.
And everyone, yesterday we showed you some fun and easy workouts that you could do at home, but how about getting the whole family involved next time? Today on Mom to Mom, we've got a few kid-friendly workout routines. Sorry about that. Take a look.
Healthy kids are the kids that exercise. Today on Mom to Mom, we've got some at-home exercises to do with your kids to help with that. With us being kind of stuck at home with the kiddos, we want to find some things to do to keep us active and going. That's why I have my good friend Amy Everett here. She's a personal trainer and a mom as well. She has come up with some wonderful exercises to kind of help us out with those kids who might be getting stir crazy. So Amy, let's do this.
First thing we're going to do is a crab walk. So this is a total body exercise. Arms, legs, core. All right, now we're going to do our inchworm. We're going to put our hands down. Let's walk all the way out. Now let's walk our feet all the way up to our hands. Yeah. Now we're going to walk our hands out again. Yeah. Then walk our feet up again. We're going to do some leaps. So we're going to jump from cone to cone to cone. Ready for your push-ups? Okay, let's go up. Ready? Look at you.
I cannot be more excited about these exercises, especially with a wild child like this one. And there's lots of benefits to it as well, right?
Yes, it's a great way to be active with your kids. You know, it fosters, activity, and they love seeing moms work out, and they love mimicking what you do. So it's just a great way for you to work out and for them to work out with you.
I can tell Carter enjoyed it. Carter, did you enjoy it? Yes. There you have it. Hopefully you have a great time with these exercises as well. And as always, we'll see you on the next Mom to Mom.
Well, in case you missed it, employees with Toyota distributed food to 3,000 people in Union County. This was the third of 3 mobile food pantries organized by the automaker. Recipients stayed in their vehicles during the distribution event, and CDC social distancing guidelines were maintained throughout the event. The mobile food pantry provided 750 households with groceries. When we come back, we've got another Quarantine with Courtney. You don't want to miss it. Welcome back, everyone. You may know Courtney Robb as the sports anchor here at WCBI, but lately she's been the queen of the quarantine. Today, we're checking in to see what she's doing to help pass the time. Here's this week's Quarantine with Courtney. Take a look.
Hello everyone, greetings once again from the good old quarantine.
Today in the quarantine, we're going to be talking about something that you may or may not have heard of. This game, Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is a social simulation game that has been released in a series version by Nintendo throughout the years. The first version of Animal Crossing dating back to 2001. As Nintendo has released different consoles throughout the years, they've also released different Animal Crossings.
The reason the game is called Animal Crossing is because you're interacting with animals instead of people as your neighbors.
The latest version of Animal Crossing being released by Nintendo on March 20th is Animal Crossing New Horizons. It can be played on the Nintendo Switch, or it can also be played on the Nintendo Switch Lite, which is a more condensed handheld version. The entire premise of the game is to live your life to the fullest. There's no winning in Animal Crossing per se, rather you're trying to build your town up and again, live your life to its fullest. The way you do so is by accomplishing tasks and finishing tasks such as fishing, catching bugs, digging fossils, building your town in New Horizons specifically.
I'm honestly embarrassed to tell anybody how many hours I've spent playing this game the last week.
Not only is Animal Crossing great because it's allowing you to live your life to the fullest during a time where unfortunately we're not able to do so, it also allows you to escape the real world, even if that's just for a few hours or however long you decide to play.
Something great that GameStop has been doing is offering curbside pickup. You go online, place your order with GameStop for whatever you're interested in, and they'll bring it right out to your car when you show up. Just give them a call.
Animal Crossing New Horizons currently retails for $60. However, I completely understand that not everybody is capable of spending that kind of money right now. The good news is that Nintendo released an iPhone-compatible version of Animal Crossing called Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. It has almost 5 stars in the App Store and is completely and 100% free. You can also get other versions that work for the GameCube, the Nintendo 64, the Wii, the Nintendo DS, and the 3DS. If you have any of those consoles, you can easily find them on the web.
Don't let the cute cartoons fool you. This game is for everyone.
Personally, I've been playing Animal Crossing since I was about 9 or 10 years old, and I'm still playing it almost at the age of 24. It doesn't matter whether you're 6 years old or whether you're 64 years old or above, you can still play Animal Crossing and completely enjoy it.
We rate things in the quarantine on a scale of 1 to 5 naps. I'm giving Animal Crossing all versions a 5 out of 5 naps, which is the best score you can get. So much fun, and it's adorable.
If you go ahead and try Animal Crossing, make sure to tweet at me and let me know what you think. Or if you have anything you and your family are trying during quarantine that are making things a little bit easier, make sure to go ahead and let me know as well. We'll see you back here in the quarantine next time.
Today isn't just your average Sunday, it's Pet Parent Day. Now, many took the time during the day to celebrate their furry friends, and the best way to do that is just to go for a stroll and enjoy the weather.
It's great, just because with school being over and everything, it's nice outside. I know they love getting outside when they're not normally out here, and they can come out for longer periods of time and sniff around and enjoy the beautiful lake and beautiful weather.
We definitely want to wish everyone a happy Pet Parents Day.
Yeah, great weather to do today. Even better weather tomorrow, though.
All right, thank you guys for joining us. And from everyone here at WCBI News, good night.